I've talked to so many people lately who just tell me they feel overwhelmed. It's such a busy season of life, such a busy time of year, and boy, can I relate. There's graduations, there's moving, there's weddings, there's track season, there's the end of school, there's home remodeling projects, not to mention all the normal stuff of going to work and taking care of the laundry and the groceries and all of that stuff. It can really be difficult to prioritize your health in a season of overwhelm or extreme busyness. So today I want to give you 5 tips to help you do that because you are not alone. So the first thing I want to remind you is that we actually have to be very intentional. If our health truly is a priority, we actually have to put it on the schedule. We have to become a little bit of a health and wellness rebel. You know, society is not designed to promote health. It's actually designed to promote dis-ease or disease. And so we have to actually be very intentional if our health is truly a priority. We're not going to just find the time. We're not going to have leftover energy to invest into our health if we don't make an intentional choice to do so. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is, I want you to think about what are your actual non-negotiables. That means what are the things you're going to commit to no matter what. For me, it can be things like making sure that I get enough sleep. It can be things like making sure that I get to the gym at least 3 times a week because that is such a key for helping me manage my stress and my overwhelm. But I want you to think about ahead of time, what are your non-negotiables? Now we're going to talk a little bit easier about how to make those realistic and achievable because sometimes we get such high expectations for ourselves that we set ourselves up for failure. So don't make them too difficult, but decide what are your truly non-negotiables. Now, the third thing, which I really like, and I think this one is where people get derailed the most often, is simply planning ahead. Now, if you know you're going on vacation, if you know that there's family coming to visit, if you know that you have something coming up that's going to make it very difficult to, let's say, have healthy meals ready, before that happens, get some things already prepared. Plan a menu, do the shopping, get some things prepped in your fridge, or maybe even better yet, in the freezer, so that when those super busy times hit, all you have to do is take something out of the freezer, or all you have to do is pull the prepared things out of the fridge and throw a meal together. Planning ahead is really one of the keys for staying on track with your health. And again, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, it's better to keep it simple. But when we decide what we're going to do ahead of time, it's much easier to stick to that plan once the time comes. Even if you're going to a wedding or a party or a graduation, you can plan ahead. What are you going to or not going to eat there? Or what are you or not going to drink there? If you get there and then you decide, oh, well, that cake or that drink looks really good, you're more likely to do it. If you've already decided, hey, I'm having sparkling seltzer water, or I'm going to have one bite of cake, you are much more likely to follow through. So planning ahead can come in both of those ways. All right, the fourth tip is one that one of my former coaches would always like to say, and that was, let's always do something rather than all or nothing. You see, when we get off track and things feel overwhelming, sometimes we think, well, I can't get to the gym today, so I'm just not going to go. Or I can't prepare healthy meals, so I'm just going to go through McDonald's, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Let's think about what we can do, always taking a small step towards our goals. So here's an example. I don't have time to go to the gym, but I can take the stairs at work. I can do a 5-minute lap around the building doing the stairs. Or I haven't planned ahead for a healthy meal, but I can go downstairs and get a salad with grilled chicken rather than the grilled cheese and something else. So we can always do something, make it the best choice that you have in that moment, and keep moving forward rather than saying, oh, well, I can't do anything, so I'm just going to forget it today. So always do something. And then the fifth tip that I want to share with you today is start small and make it easy. So this actually relates to all the other ones. It might be the most important tip of all, because if you're like me, a recovering perfectionist, we have super high standards for ourselves and we want to do it exactly right. And we want to do it perfectly. And that's a setup for failure, especially when we're overwhelmed and we're busy. So start with really small steps. Maybe one of your goals is to drink more water. So start small and make it easy. Have a glass like that right there sitting on your desk and make it a goal to, let's say, just drink 2 of those before lunch and then maybe 2 more before you go home. Well, that's better than nothing. Start small and make it easy. Make these goals so small that it feels almost maybe ridiculous. Again, like the exercise one, you don't have to go to the gym, but maybe you're going to do that 5-minute little movement session in your office between appointments. So there's lots of ways that we can start small and really make it easy so that it doesn't bog us down when we feel overwhelmed. We feel just completely like life is out of control. You see, if you don't take care of you, nobody else is going to take care of you. I read something recently that self-care is other care. You know, when we are so overwhelmed and life is busy, we think it's selfish to take care of ourselves. The truth is, if we don't, it actually creates more burden on others when our health starts falling apart. So in these busy, super overwhelming times, I hope these 5 tips help you. If you have something else that's helped you and working for you, please share it in the comments down below. We want this to be a space where you can share and your experience can help others as well. And of course, as always, if you need help, we're here for you. So can't wait to see you in the next video. And remember that your health is worth it and you're the only one that can take care of you. I'll see you later.